Learn to love vegetables, they didn't have to die for you. Learn to love vegetables, they didn't have to die for you. Good morning, everyone. I woke up early at 5 o'clock like I usually do, and I wrote in my morning pages, which is kind of like a diary where I just write whatever comes to mind to make sure that I stay on track. Sometimes I give myself heck and I write things like, oh, you did that okay, but you can improve on that, and to try to sift through my thoughts. After that, I came and I started painting on this sweater. As you can see, it is painted backwards, and that's so that when I do videos later, it will be easier for me. I don't have to always press the invert function, so it saves a bit of time. I hope that you guys have a great day today, that you remember that even though sometimes it's tough to be vegan in a non-vegan world, that you guys can totally do this. You are braver than most, and I'm very proud of you. Hi. I'm wondering which part you thought that I went too far on. Now, I understand some of my skits are just ridiculous. I even look at them and I kind of cringe sometimes. But, you know, I'm trying to basically get everybody interested in the animals and helping them. It's really hard because I have people here that are 10 years old, I have other people that are 80 years old, I have some highly educated people, and I have some highly uneducated people. So to try to reach everybody is not easy. I'm not sure where you think I went too far. Do you think that I went too far in talking about religion? Do you think I went too far in really focusing a lot on the animals and ethics? My goal really is to talk about the ethical part. I don't talk too much about recipes and things like that because, you know, other people do that. I want people to be vegan and care about the animals and to watch the important documentaries. Do you think that's going too far, asking people to watch documentaries? Oui, je comprends. Le fromage était aussi pour moi très difficile à arrêter. Mais la seule solution, c'est de toujours penser aux victimes. Et certainement, comme toute autre habitude, il faut simplement décider qu'on va arrêter, puis on arrête. Si quelqu'un fume, ils sont capables d'arrêter de fumer. Si quelqu'un veut avoir une nouvelle routine dans leur vie, comme faire de l'exercice, je sais pas quoi, ils font la décision, ils prennent la décision de simplement arrêter la chose qu'ils veulent pas et commencer la chose qu'ils veulent. C'est vraiment pas compliqué, mais je sais que c'est pas facile. Mais comme je dis, moi je pense toujours aux victimes. J'aimerais pas être traitée de la façon qu'on traite les vaches dans l'industrie, et c'est pour ça que je pense toujours à eux. Et ça commence quand tu fais l'épicerie. Excuse, mon français est pas très bien, mais tu commences là. Tu mets juste des produits véganes dans ton. Don't you think that if something was wrong with Bella after 3 years, that the vet would have said something to me? Think about how many times have I brought her into the vet and I said, listen, my dog's been vegan, I'm a little concerned, are you sure everything's okay? Yep, everything's fine. Are you sure? People on TikTok say that her fur is a bit off. No, her fur's fine. They say that her nose changed color. No, it looks the same as the last time I saw her. Are you sure that Bella's okay? You're positive? Yeah, she's fine. That's what the vet says every single time. You guys really have to stop laying off. She is 100% healthy, and what you need to do is start looking at your own cognitive dissonance. What is the real problem here, guys? Look in the mirror. What is the real problem? What are you afraid of? Just become vegan and give your own dogs vegan food. You will be saving millions and millions of animals if everybody listened. Just start now. You can do it. I'm standing outside of a typical school here in Quebec. You can maybe hear some music in the background. That's the gym teacher probably getting the kids to do activities to music. But what do you think goes on in this school system? Often the gym teachers are the ones teaching about nutrition. But do you think that they themselves have watched the required documentaries in order to be able to educate about veganism? No, they have not watched Earthlings, Dominion Movement, What the Health, Cowspiracy, The Game Changers. They don't even know what's going on. Half of them don't even know that Canada's food guide changed last year and that dairy is no longer a category. We need to educate the teachers, principals, school board officials, and change things. Children are going to inherit a planet that is being destroyed because of animal agriculture. This is something that is absolutely horrific, and we are responsible for that. We need to change. Be vegan. Start now. You say you're worried about Bella, but you and I, we both know that's not true. You're trying to avoid the truth, which is that you are responsible for many, many deaths. Right now there are animals alive, chickens, cows, and pigs, that will be murdered because of you, because you will pay somebody to do it. I urge you again to watch the important documentaries so you understand. We can't show the footage here on TikTok. TikTok takes it down. They just want this to be a happy place where everyone can go, la la la, I don't know what's going on. So we have to send you elsewhere to learn the truth. It's not too late to be vegan. Watch the documentaries, come back and tell me that you've become vegan. You can totally do it. Be better, be vegan, and start now. Think of how ridiculous that question is. First of all, that's not happening. Second of all, you already know that your own diet is, as you put it, detrimental to thousands of animals that you have already contributed to killing and to those that you will kill in the future by paying somebody to enslave them on factory farms, to torture them because they're taken away from their families, because they cannot move properly, they don't get to see the sky or the sun. The only time that they breathe fresh air is on the truck on the way to be murdered. We betray them by the billions, and we betray our planet and the future generations. We need a vegan world, and you have a responsibility to be vegan. No, veganism is not a diet. Veganism is a moral position to decide never to harm the most innocent among us. We have no right to pay for murder, and so we don't do it. Just the same as if aliens came here and wanted to eat you, and you would beg for your life and say, can you just go eat the tofu? Right? People with eating disorders need to see healthcare professionals. Eating disorders are up here. People need to understand what is making them have an uncomfortable and unhealthy relationship with food. That has nothing to do with veganism whatsoever. Many people who had eating disorders in the past are vegan and 100% healthy. So that's not an excuse. Be better, be vegan, and start now. You can do it. What's wrong? What happened in your life? You know that anger is just a mask for sadness. Look, whatever happened to you, whatever people were mean to you, fuck them. Man, you just gotta learn to love yourself. Okay, just look in the mirror, just give yourself a big hug. You're better than this. You're kinder. Learn to love vegetables, they didn't have to die for you. Learn to love vegetables, they didn't have to die for you. Learn to love, learn to love, learn to love being vegan, yeah! Call me the B word, the B word. Not again. John Robert Bell, he keeps calling me on my Onion phone, and I'm just not sure what to do anymore. Maybe you guys have some ideas. Look, things were, they're a bit different between us. I know that. You know, he calls me at home, and the students aren't supposed to call their teachers at home, but it's been professional since, you know, since the beginning. But now, calling me the B word right on TikTok, it's like he let out our little secret. I mean, to call me a boomer, I mean, it's so flattering and everything. At my age, to be identified with such sexiness and such, you know, intellect and such maturity. But he is much younger than me, and we must keep a professional relationship. He is the student, I am the teacher. If anybody knows him personally, just please have a word with him. Ask him to have a cold shower, to drink a big glass of oat milk, and to just calm down and just come back to class ready to be better and to be vegan. Thank you. Hello students, we're going to continue our series, Cognitive Dissonance and Hypocrisy, especially as it applies to our brand new student here, Joe Bartolozzi. Students, have you noticed? Look at what's on his chest. That's right. It's the cross, which means he is a good Christian boy, which means he already understands thou shalt not kill. So his heart is already with the animals. Also, we know what the second meaning of the cross is. Do you remember? That's right, terrific tofu. So it will be no time at all until Joe becomes a full-time vegan animal rights activist. All we need to do is make sure that he gets the clicks, the 100 clicks that hit his head and his heart over the next 100 classes, and then he will understand why it's so important to be better and to be vegan. Praise be.
My videos keep getting removed for violating TikTok guidelines. Would I be banned for showing you where your vegetables come from? No, but showing you where your bacon comes from, now that violates TikTok guidelines. I wonder why. Oh, that's right. Pigs living lives of extreme suffering to then be carted off to a murder factory where they'll be lowered into CO2 gas to burn from the inside, a knife in the neck, and then their body chopped into pieces. Please think about who is behind the food that you're eating. Animals are not food, they are individuals. Eat plants, leave animals alone.
Let the animals live. Let the animals live. They never did a single thing to hurt you, so let the animals live. Veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds. This is the sacrifice you can give. Heaven will thank you for these good deeds.